On Christmas Eve, in a small village covered with snow, two children, Lily and Ben, eagerly awaited Santa Claus. They had hung their stockings by the fireplace and placed a plate of cookies and milk on the table. The air was thick with excitement, and the house was filled with the smell of gingerbread. As the night grew darker, they snuggled into bed, but they couldn't sleep. They kept hearing strange noises from outside, soft, dragging footsteps and a low, eerie laugh. Lily whispered, "Do you think Santa's here?" Ben nodded, but he was nervous. The footsteps grew closer, and the children both froze. Suddenly the door creaked open, and a figure stepped into the room. It wasn't the jolly, rosy-cheeked Santa they had expected. The man in front of them was tall and thin, his clothes ragged, and his beard was long and gray. His eyes gleamed a cold, unnatural blue, and his smile twisted into something sinister. "Ho, ho, ho," he chuckled, but it sounded wrong, like a growl. The children were too frightened to speak. The man's boots scraped against the wooden floor as he approached them, his laugh growing louder and more distorted. "Did you think I'd bring gifts?" he whispered. "You've been bad, haven't you?" Lily and Ben shivered, not knowing what to do. The man reached into his sack and pulled out a long, rusty chain. "You'll get a different kind of present," he said with a twisted grin. "One you'll never forget." Before the children could scream, the door slammed shut. The last thing they heard was his eerie laugh echoing through the house, fading into the night. The next morning, their parents found the house empty, with only the plate of cookies and milk, now cold and untouched. No one ever saw Lily and Ben again, but every Christmas Eve, a shadowy figure with a gray beard is seen walking through the village, dragging something heavy behind him.